The Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, Ibrahim Asila, embarks on a countrywide familiarization tour on Monday. The tour will enable Minister Silla to inspect and have first-hand knowledge on the ongoing projects under his new ministry. Now, our reporter Binti Jallo is on the tour with the minister, and she now tells us more.
The minister and his entourage started the countrywide tour on Monday within the Greater Banjo area. This tour will enable them to gather first-hand information on the ongoing projects under the ministry. The first project visited by Minister Silla was the ongoing construction of the Saradauda Kairaba Museum. The initial completion plan of this project was 13 months, which could not be realized due to technical issues. It is now expected to be completed in September 2022. The project, which is worth about 25 million, remembers Gambia's first president, Saradauda Kairaba. The manager of the project, Keba Omar Jajusi, explains the progress of the ongoing project.
Currently, the project is going as expected, though we have some delays which are due to a geotechnical investigation that we sanctioned from the ministry for them to do. That is one of the things that caused the delay. But otherwise, the project is going as planned. As you can see, it's one of its kind in the country, fully built with concrete. And one fascinating thing about it is 9 meters span. Now, hardly you will go to buildings, you see that you have 9 meters between supports. And this project, to be honest, is being built and supervised by the Ministry of Works, Transport and Infrastructure.
The entourage later proceeded to the Banjo Rehabilitation Project, drainage, roads and sewage. This project is worth about $37.5 million and is expected to be completed in April 2023. After meeting the team in charge of the ongoing project, the minister expressed delight but hastened to call on the Banjo City Council to work with his ministry for the realization of the project.
This is very impressive what we have seen. What we want to encourage now is to call on the City Council to work with the ministry and other stakeholders so that the roads that have already been done can match with the cleansing exercise that's supposed to be done regularly. And I know the City Council are doing a great work, but we encourage them to have a way of strengthening partnership with the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, so that we can make this city even much cleaner and nicer. Banjul, being the capital city of the Gambia, belongs to all of us, and we are all proud to see our city clean and nice like this.
The team then proceeded to the Banjul Ports Authority to see how work is ongoing. He was received on arrival by the Managing Director, Usman Jabate. The visit to GPA will also enable the minister to learn about the challenges faced by the department and have first-hand knowledge on how operations are currently going. After a brief tour of the area, Mr. Jabate explains the expansion projects that are going on at the GPA.
Well, three of the urgent components are the extension of the jetty, this current wharf that we are standing. The total length is 300 meters right now, so we want to extend it further 345 meters. So the total length would be 645 meters in order to be able to handle 3 big ships at one time. The other urgent component is the port is surrounded by residential property, and our expansion is constrained seawards because of the hydrodynamics within the area. So our only natural expansion is to acquire those properties, demolish the buildings and create new container terminal. And then the third and most important is the port digitalization, because we've reached volumes in our industry which calls for IT solutions in our business processes. So these are the 3 urgent components. But whilst we are doing the scoping, and in order to realize maximum value from these components, it was realized that there are ancillary activities that also needs to be roped into the project components. And these are basically the widening of the Bond Road, which is the main access that leads from the highway into the port of Banjul, and also to relocate the Banjul ferry terminal. Because the jetty, the way it is proposed to be aligned northwards, that's this direction towards Bara from its present location, is going to affect the ferry lane. So that means naturally the Banjul ferry terminal has to be relocated.
Minister Silla later had a closed-door meeting with the managing director, where he explained in detail what was discussed during the meeting.
We were able to visit a number of areas, the jetty and also the container terminal. Now we are at the inland container terminal here on Bond Road. We had a very good discussion with the MD, what they are doing about the expansion, so to reduce congestion, but also to make the port efficient. And this is something that we will do the ongoing tender process that has kick-started, I think, a few months ago to partner with a credible international company. We call on the MD and the staff and the critical stakeholders that are in this to fast-track this process, because we want to make sure that the port is sufficient with the appropriate technology that they will use to ensure that we are able to compete effectively with other ports in the sub-region. So,
the minister and his entourage will leave Banjul for the provincial areas to continue his tour on Wednesday. Binti Jallo, Eyeafrica News.